Welcome to Ballet Bites, everyone. Today we're diving into some, hot debates shaking up the ballet world. Think sixth position gaining ground and all those scientific insights on turnout safety.
Yes, indeed. It's like we're witnessing a modern remix of classical ballet. So, let's kick it off with positions. Are our legendary 5 positions still the reigning champs? Or is the underdog, sixth, stealing the spotlight?
Absolutely. It's a fascinating twist. You see, dancers across the globe, from Paris to Portland, have been swapping out the traditional routine for that parallel sixth, especially since that viral rehearsal clip at Pacific Northwest Ballet back in June 2025.
Exactly. And the shift isn't just a fad. Modern choreographers, particularly those chasing athletic phrases, swear by sixth because it allows for better hip stacking and relaxed knee tracking, right?
Yeah, right. It's like, a tool in the dancer's toolkit. Some teachers worry it might dilute the classical turnout discipline, but there's this argument that it creates a safer, neutral base that actually sharpens muscle awareness when switching back to first position.
I'm with you on that. It's more about expanding the vocabulary rather than abandoning tradition entirely. But I wonder, don't you feel that in some studios, the introduction of sixth might lead to a slippery slope where fundamentals get overshadowed?
Yeah, I see your point. Though, let's consider Wayne McGregor's Quantum Stitch. That show had dancers seamlessly toggling between textbook fifth and what we might call sixth with a capital S. Reviewers were all praises, noting that the contrast itself brought out the narrative.
Interesting. It really suggests that the industry isn't forced to choose between the positions. Rather, they can coexist. And, think about the upcoming youth syllabi that might by fall start incorporating parallel drills.
Right. Yeah, and that brings us neatly to our second hot topic, the danger of forced turnout and how modern science is, reshaping our understanding of him.
Yep, right. The latest research from the Journal of Dance Medicine and Science has really turned heads. They tracked preteens and found that cueing for rotate from the hip actually reduced adverse torque at the ankle and even cut knee strain in half.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. It's like, the idea is simple but powerful. If you let the hips lead the turnout, you alleviate a lot of the strain that usually gets dumped on the ankles. This matters big time because otherwise, dancers risk overuse injuries like tibialis posterior tendinopathy, especially in those tender preteen years.
I have to say, though, I think some might argue that while these research findings are promising, implementing individualized techniques, like those texts from Australian Ballet's physio team that detail exact turnout angles, might not be feasible everywhere. Isn't that a valid concern?
Sure, definitely, and that's where practical cues come in. Instead of the outdated heels forward command, teachers have begun telling kids to spiral your thigh like a jar lid. I mean, sure, it sounds quirky, but it gives a concrete image that helps understand the rotation dynamics.
Right on. And with those proprioceptive drills, teachers are seeing injury rates drop by as much as 22%. So it's a small change with massive impact, almost like giving your body a little manual override.
Yeah, perfect segue into question 3, the TikTok effect. Now, these 10-second tutorials on positions, while they've democratized ballet training, also present some challenges when it comes to form.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a double-edged arabesque. On one hand, they're a great resource for aspiring dancers in regions with scarce studios. But if the videos cut corners, skipping foundational elements like proper pelvic alignment, they risk spreading sloppy habits.
Right, exactly. It's like TikTok is the teaser trailer, not the full-length feature. Some of the top creators, like that Barre Daughter Coach account, are smart enough to add multiple angles and disclaimers, which is key. But still, there's room for misinformation to sneak in.
Yeah, for sure. And interestingly, the Royal Academy of Dance has even released a scroll-safe syllabus, urging young learners to cross-check viral content with credentialed sources. It's an effort to boost digital hygiene in the dance world.
Right. I like that approach. a little digital literacy lesson right at the bar. It's essential because, some teachers say that while many first-year students can recite arm positions flawlessly, their demi-plie might as well be an accidental, misstep.
Exactly. And studios are now incorporating mini lectures on the value of hands-on correction versus scrolling through quick clips. It really shows that while social media opens up avenues, the core training remains irreplaceable.
Absolutely. That brings us to our final question: the evolution of gender-neutral language in ballet. This, is maybe the most transformative shift in how ballet is taught.
Yeah, right. Ballet has long been laced with gender-coded language. Think ladies' porte de bras and men's fifth. But now, with the rise of non-binary dancers and the push for inclusivity, studios from San Francisco to Seoul are rebranding these terms.
Absolutely. It's really fascinating. For instance, instead of ladies' porte de bras, some schools are now using stage left port, and rather than men's fifth, it's power fifth. It's not just a wacky rebranding, it's a literal shift in mindset that, makes everyone feel welcome at the bar.
I totally get that, but some purists feel this might dilute the heritage of ballet. They argue that these terms carry centuries of tradition. What do you say to that?
Fair point. That's a valid critique, for sure. But history has shown us that ballet is no stranger to evolution. I mean, fifth position was once revolutionary in 18th century Paris. So this isn't erasing history, it's adapting to the modern era and making the art form accessible to everyone.
Very true. And the practical benefits are palpable. Mixed gender partnering labs, for example, now use anatomical landmarks for grips rather than tired stereotypes. This clarity can literally cut confusion and even reduce injuries.
It really transforms the learning speed and creates a more inclusive environment. When language evolves to mirror the changes in society, every dancer can feel like they're part of the conversation, no matter what their gender identity.
Right, yeah. So, to quickly wrap up our discussion, what's the big picture here?
Right. Well, we've seen that while the traditional 5 positions remain critical, the addition of parallel sixth is gaining traction as a versatile tool, especially in modern choreography. And then, scientific insights are reshaping how we approach turnout, with a hip-driven method proving more sustainable.
Plus, TikTok is both a gateway and a cautionary tale. Great for outreach, but not a substitute for thorough technique training. And finally, gender-neutral language is not merely a trend. It's a transformative approach that enhances clarity and inclusivity in ballet.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like we've reached another pivot point in ballet, combining tradition with innovation. And while some might argue about the risks of changing the classical mold, the evolution seems natural and, essential for growth.
I completely agree. And the dialogue between modern science, digital media, and cultural shifts is really spurring a renaissance in technique and teaching. It's exciting to see where this integration heads next.
For sure. It's like every new tool and insight is a step greater than the last, a spiral towards a more inclusive and scientifically backed approach to the art we all love.
Well said. And I think it leaves us with plenty of food for thought, whether you're a seasoned professional or just admiring ballet from afar. Keep those comments and ideas coming, because this conversation is far from over.
Absolutely. Agreed. Next time we'll tackle another intriguing twist. Why fouette counts seem to be on the rise in international competitions. Are we really hitting a rotation ceiling, or is there more to the story?
Right. Looking forward to it. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to like and subscribe, drop your thoughts, even the spicy ones, and join us on the next deep dive.
Yeah, absolutely.